Korogocho is a slum in the eastlands of Nairobi and home to nearly 200,000 of Kenya's urban poor. In 2009, a chance meeting between a priest posted at St. John's Catholic Church in Korogocho and one of Kenya's leading classical music event organisers led to the beginning of an inspired pilot project.
Ghetto Classics started in a very interesting way. I have a friend who was running a sports program in Korogocho in the same area, and so he invited me for a meeting that he was having with Father John and the funders of that sports program. He told me, come along for this meeting, and I said, oh, okay, let me go along. And Father John was at the meeting and he heard what I did, and after the meeting he contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in starting a music program in the Korogocho area. I mean, I didn't know what it would take, but I thought, yeah, we can try, we can see how this works. And that's how Ghetto Classics was born, really.
Ghetto Classics began last year in June. That is barely a year ago. And we started this as a way trying to help our kids regain some values of life, regain some meaning of life through music. Not just any music, but classical music. I've been with these kids from 2006, and so I was able to know who is capable, who is eligible, and also according to their talents. Because we do different activities. There are others who act in theater, there are others who play football, and these are the ones I could see they're really interested in singing. The idea came after we had met with Samwai. He introduced me to Elizabeth Njoroge. And then from there we came together here and she saw how Korogocho was all about, and we began this group, the Ghetto Classic.
I thought, wow, this is going to be a challenge, but more a logistical challenge as opposed to the fact that the music would not fit in or that the program wouldn't work. I mean, obviously, it was more logistic challenges. How do I get a teacher to come here on a regular basis? You know, getting somebody to commit, you know, to a Saturday would be a challenge, because as it is, usually if you're a music teacher, you're based somewhere and the student comes to you, usually, and you just give them half an hour of your time or an hour. But this meant an hour of travel, then the lesson, and an hour back. So, you know, those were the sort of things that concerned me at the beginning.
Thriving on a challenge, Elizabeth succeeded, and soon a music teacher had been found.
When we first came here in last year, the children here had actually very little or no exposure to classical music. Many of them have not been exposed to four-part singing. So that the first thing you teach anybody, they take it and remember. So the first challenge is normally to separate, tell them you are an alto, you don't sing soprano. And then to do that effectively in any other choir, we would have an instrument like a piano, you know, to play their parts, because you can't sing all the parts. But with a piano, you can play their parts. You know, alto, this is your part.
Tuli, 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 tuli.
Can I hear a soprano?
Tuli, tuli, tuli.
So those are some of the technical challenges you get here.
The Ghetto Classics Choir quickly conquered the four voices of classical song. And despite the trials of everyday life for children in Korogocho, Elizabeth, who has been with Ghetto Classics from the beginning, explains.
At the Ghetto Classic, I'm the conductor there. I manage the members of the Ghetto Classic. I'm like the choir mistress there, and yes, I do sing and play instrument. I play trumpet and also sing, you know. And at the same time, I do play guitar too, and coordinating the choir. That's all I do.
Sounding almost there. Continue until it gets in your head.
First of all, to be a Ghetto Classic musician, you have to be disciplined and to be committed to in everything that you do, and have the interest to do it. and to sing, to play music, to play the instruments, and to manage your time very well. I'm saying managing the time because you find that you have to come home, do the house chores, and any work that I'm supposed to do in the house, and after that study, and at the same time go to practice the songs. So it needs a lot of dedication.
Eric, a third form student, initially felt that after-school tuition, homework and chores demanded enough of his time, but his interest was soon captured.
Mi kwangu vile nilisikia siku ya kwanza nili-ignore. Kitu ya kwanza mimi nilifikiria ni kuimba tu normal ka kwaya. Sasa ambapo vile tulienda akatuintroduce kwa Elizabeth. Alituambia iko imenitili kuimba na pia bado kucheza instrument. Nenda concert nyingine ambayo iliheldiwa na watu wa Safaricom, tulienda Impala. Tulienda, ilinifurahisha kusikia vile wasee walikuwa wanaimba, ilinifurahisha na nikatamani kuwa mmoja wao.